time-space zone through deities and incarnations. And divine cosmic beings manifest through the Archavatara deities in temples and through Bhavasamadhi darshans in Nijavataras incarnations. And Bhavasamadhi darshan is the science of Nijavatara manifesting Paramashiva, the consciousness. It is where the formless, the being of Paramashiva, expresses through the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as the Nijavatar, the physical form, for us to experience Paramashiva. Now all of you can also see how Devi Parashakti expresses through the beings of Rajeshwari and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form, through Devi Meenakshi. The Archavatar, the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation of the superconscious energy. But unfortunately, human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatar deity. And so, the avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create an experience of the superconscious energy in all of us. And the Bhavasamadhi darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. This influx of superconscious energy visibly slows down the aging process and also improves immunity to disease. During the darshan, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform all of our lives. And another phenomenon which happens during the Bhavasamadhi darshan is the mirroring of the neurons. So our neurons mirror that of the avatar. Mirroring neurons activate the process of all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That is, the entire body can silently and without moving receive what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation, which is an experience, the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. And the Akashic readings are not a prediction, but it is reading from the cosmic archives, beyond space where creation and destruction happen simultaneously. But in the dimension of time starts the past, present, and future. But because the Akashic readings are stored in the Akasha, which is in the space dimension, there is no past, no present, and no future. And that is why what you call as happened, happening, and yet to happen is clearly already recorded. And now let's have a small glimpse, a small introduction of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the one who, out of his extreme compassion, is giving us all these sciences. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, which is a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities a lifestyle for humanity. And he is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasanidanam of Kanchi Kailash Sarpagnipitam, which is the Tondai Mandala Adina, the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsha Sarangi Samrajyam, the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam of Kailasonati Shyamla Pita Sarvik, and the present Mahamandleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada, which is the largest apex monastic order. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also the 1008th order of the Atal Akada, which is an ancient apex body of Hinduism, the present 23rd Guru Mahasanidanam of Dharmamukti Swargapuram, and is elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders. And he is also revered as a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched. He has authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 different languages, which are English, Tamil, and Sanskrit. And these are translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 articles. And he has over 20 million copies of books and articles which are sold, read, and downloaded. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also 10,000 hours of discourses online, and he has enriched and enriched 1 billion plus lives digitally and is respected as a commentator of all sacred scriptures such as Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gitas, Jain Sutras, and many more. And he is also honored as the leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader. He has revived 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas such as Rudrakanyas and Rudras, Rishis, Rishikas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, Sanya and Sanyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, which is the Kailashas Nithyananda Hindu University in the world with satellite campuses in 150 countries. He is also the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightened ecosystems and the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvagnipitas, and is also the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. And now with this, we will be getting into the next segment. We'll be concluding this segment and getting into the next segment, which is an exciting segment where we will be seeing a live demonstration of the manifestation of extraordinary powers given to us through the Diksha, the initiation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Yes, so now in this, we will be getting into the next segment where we will be seeing a live demonstration of the manifestation of extraordinary Shaktis. So today the Balasans, the Nityananda yogis and the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be manifesting and demonstrating the powers gifted to us through the initiation, the Diksha. We can move on to the next slide. Yes, the next slide.
So, in today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of us will be receiving the initiation into Third Eye Awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We will be manifesting the following powers of Third Eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. The Third Eye is the cosmic browsing center. Everybody might be wondering where the Third Eye is located. So third eye is the cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation, one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye, just as you would be able to see with the two eyes.
And now let's see what are Shaktis. So in the Vedagumas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, divine powers. And manifesting powers are described as a system, method, and science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are divine, you are a divine and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine.
So now we will be seeing a few differences between the Shaktis and the Siddhis. This term Siddhis is very popular. Anyone could have heard. But now we will see the differences of Shaktis out of the Siddhis. So Shaktis express from the space of enlightenment and as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru. And Shaktis are the source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or from penance to achieve the space of enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment.
And a few more differences between Shaktis and Siddhis are that Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from your enlightenment.
So, who is that?
And
The source
now
of Shakti, the Shaktis, Paramashiva. So, Paramashiva is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all pervading, unchanging, beyond time, space, form, and causality. As the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, Paramashiva performs the Panchakritya or the five cosmic acts of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, which is sovereign rule, Samhara, which is rejuvenation, Prabhava, which is pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities.
And now the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the 1008th living incarnation and representative of Paramashiva, and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, and the great cosmic goddess Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been a cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It was where the science of enlightenment and power manifestation was taught as a lifestyle. And for the first time in the modern day, the supreme point of Hinduism is reviving and transmitting these powers, yogic sciences, and giving it to the world, transmitting it to the world at a record breaking pace which is never accomplished before.
So, here is the Guru Parampara. The knowledge and science of manifesting these Shaktis are passed down from one generation to the next through Diksha, initiation by the enlightened Gurus. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiation and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest science of power, the science of power manifestation from disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga, Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, and Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana and Paramashiva Vijnana. As you can see over here, the great rishis, Munis, Siddhas, the superconscious mutants, who have recognized the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, and predicted and recognized that the supreme pontiff of Hinduism is an incarnation of Paramashiva and Parashakti. You can see here the various incarnations, the rishis who have and the munis who have predicted the supreme pontiff to be an incarnation.
So, how do we awaken these divine Shaktis in us? Every ultimate truth, jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajnana. Yes, now we will be watching a video on the science of Diksha. You can share the sound.
You can audio share, ma. Or you can go to the next slide, ma. So now we will be going through the science of power manifestation, which is authenticated through four aspects of evidences or the pramanas. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truths revealed in the source scripture. The next is the Apta Pramana, the experiences and results of Apta, the authorities of Hinduism. The Vedic rishis, Munis, scientists who time tested and verified this science.
And the next is the Atma Pramana, which is an account from the Supreme Pontificalism, this millennium's avatars, personal experience of the power manifestation. And then the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation.
So Vedagamas is a living applied science. The Vedas are the ultimate superior authority. For Hindus, the Vedas are pure science. Now you can go to the next slide. The Vedas are the pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. Whereas the Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology, the applied science is expanded. The Vedas and Agamas, the Vedagamas, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. A reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures are called the Shastra Pramana.
And now let us get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of the power of third eye. So we will be first getting into the power of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded.
So the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference, to manifest this power of third eye comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. कपालान्तर्मनोऽन्यस्य तिष्ठन्मीलितलोचनः क्रमेण मनसोदार्ध्यात् लक्ष्ये लक्ष्यमुत्तमम्. By fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession by that stability of the mind and inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Laksham by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. So the next is the Apta Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into this power of third eye. न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुं मनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा दिव्यं ददामि ते चक्षुः पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम्. Bhagwan Krishna says to Arjuna, you can go back to the previous slide. Bhagwan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. In the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. The 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagwan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagwan Krishna through the third eye.
And the Atma Pramana for this power, in Swamiji's own words, the first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360-degree, 10 directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience all of that as me.
So the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observations and scientific experimentations. So when the study was measured using the positron emission tomography, the PET, when doing normal daily activities, it was high activities measured in the brain where the third eye is located, and when in deep samadhi state, it is only third eye region which is active, and almost the rest of the brain was at peace.
Yes, and now we will be getting into the Sakshi Pramana, the live demonstration of the extraordinary powers. And these powers are a gift given to humanity by the Supreme Point of Hinduism. And it is a pure science, a great science of third awakening. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has now initiated millions into this power. And this also has resulted in the manifestation coming useful in the day-to-day life also. So now we will be getting into the live demonstration of the divine powers.
Yes. So now we have this I band. You can stop the screen share now. Yes. So now we have this I band which has a sponge attached to it, and the sponge has two openings into which the eyes will go and stick. You will just stick onto the face, due to which there will be no way of light entering. And as you all know, we can see only with the help of light with the two eyes. So there is no chance of light entering when you put on this eye band. Normally, people use this for sleeping so that there will be no light entering and disturbing their sleep. So this will be put on by a volunteer on Mamadura's eyes.
Yes. So now I request the volunteer to put the eye band on my eyes. Yes, I think you can tighten it a little bit.
So as you can see, the V cut is just going and sticking onto the nose so that the eye band will be positioned properly. So Mamadura, now you can lift your head and look to the side and show that there is no possible way of anything being visible.
Volunteer will be projecting the YouTube comments in front of me.
So if anyone has, if anyone wants anything in particular for Madura to read, you can put it in the comment section.
Yes, so we have last comment from Raman Vishishtaya, who has put Jai Nithyananda and then a pink flower emoji and then another yellow flower. I think it's a sunflower emoji, which it also has a stem and two leaves. And then above that, we have Jai Kumar Sundaramurthyaya, who has put Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, a namaskar emoji, a smiley emoji, and another, I think that's a cat emoji or a dog emoji, I guess. Oh, okay, it's two heart emojis. Yes, and anyone else who would like to put in your comments, you can put it in. You can put a sequence of emojis, a sequence of numbers, a sequence of letters, words, sentences. And you can even put something that doesn't make sense or something which you think I may not be able to read.
I actually request the NTV operator to just project the comments area alone so that it will be big enough. Not for the third eye, but for the people who are viewing us to be able to see.
Yes, okay. And actually before Raman Vishtaya's post, we also have somebody who has we have 00 Farfarello 00 who has put 99 rupees, I guess. And then now we have somebody called DD who has put how are you? And anyone else who would like to put in your comments? Anyone watching us right now, you can put in your comments. And in the meantime, I also have a Bhagavad Gita book with me. So I have this Bhagavad Gita decoded book. And I will be opening a random page in front of all of you. And I will be reading that page. Okay. Okay, so now I have a page open. Okay, so this page is page number 744 and 745. And then there's in page number 744, there's a continuation of the previous sentence, actually of the previous word. It says, in the previous page, it says and rich, and then the ing is on this page. So enriching everything, it is a blessing. Then what we have, then the actual thing which starts, which is a proper paragraph. What have we brought here to lose? Our insecure consciousness is nothing but ignorance of the truth. What we are going to carry with us after death? Nothing, a simple truth. Neither we have brought anything, nor we are going to take back anything. So that's the first para on this page. And I'll continue reading this page.
So as you can see, actually you can stop the screen share now, so that people can see the page clearly. So as you can see the page, exactly whatever third eye reveal, exactly that is what is written in the page.
Yes, and I'll continue reading the page. So it says, while we are here, we can relax and trust that existence will provide for us. If the energy moving inside our body can convert bread into blood, can't it bring bread to us? The big problem is that we don't trust our energy. We don't trust the cosmic energy. When it can convert bread into blood, can't it help us with our small things? Can't it give us the intelligence to bring bread, sustenance into our lives? It can guide us. It can give us enough intelligence to bring bread for our life. When the energy can move planets and run the whole universe, can't it take care of us? Then it says, let me narrate to you a real incident. Sharda Devi, the consort of Ramakrishna, opened a charitable hospital in Calcutta. There were two counters, one counter where medicines were given free for the poor and another for people who could afford to buy medicines. One employee of the hospital complained to Sharda Devi, Mother, even rich people stand in the counter for the poor and take advantage of the free medicines. What should we do about this? Sharda Devi replied, Don't be concerned. When a rich man stands in the line for the poor, be assured that he is also poor. To give him medicines. Even if he has money, he is a poor man. He has come here as a beggar. She makes a beautiful statement. Outer wealth doesn't make one rich or poor. It is in the inner space that matters. If you live with trust, even if you are exploited, even if you lose your comforts of the outer world, you will live like God on this planet Earth. You will simply float. You will become a divine person. So that's on the next page, has the rest of the story. But yes.
So as you can see, this it is a bit tiny, but exactly, yes. So now you can clearly see exactly whatever she has read is what is written. The incident from Sharada Devi's life, exactly that is what is the story, whatever Mamadura has said.
Yes, and we also have another comment from 00 Farfarello 00 saying Tamil people are awesome. And do we have any other comments? Okay, so now I request the volunteer to remove my IBAN. So now I will be removing my IBAN and showing to all of you.
So the eye band is being removed right in front of you, and as you can see that it is the same eye band that we had a look of just before putting it on.
Yes. And now with this, we will be getting into the next power of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section as we see the Shastra Pramanas and the Pramanas for the powers of body scanning.
So in this power of body scanning, one awakens to the ability to scan illnesses, diseases, medically diagnose issues, and provide solutions through the awakened third eye. So the Shastra Pramana to manifest this power of third eye is स्वदेहे जगतो वापि सूक्ष्मसूक्ष्मतराणि च तत्त्वानि यानि निलयम् ध्यात्वान्ते व्यज्यते परा. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principle of your whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts and the ultimate universal divine power. Paradevi Adi Shakti is revealed and the supreme power manifestation happens.
Yes, and the next, the Apta Pramana for this power comes from the life of a Siddha. So Terayar was a Siddha and one of the most prominent devotees, disciples of Agatya. And one day, a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agatya for healing. Agatya then uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small terai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. And then he instructs his disciple Terayar to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache, and thus he gains the name Terayar.
The Atma Pramana, the incident account from Swamiji's own life, which is time tested and authentically verified by science. So, 22nd December 2019, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, revealed how Swamiji uses the power of body scanning, paraphrasing his own words. Only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances had happened and where balance had to be done. I use allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings.
Yes, and now all of you can see the Sakshi Pramana, a few screenshots taken from social media where we have few of the disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism who have been initiated into the powers. They have shared their experience of the power of body scanning. And now we will be getting into the Sakshi Pramana where we all will be witnessing a live demonstration of the powers of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scanning can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and we will be more than happy to do a body scanning for you.
Yes. So there are a few people who have already requested for the scanning. Ma Nayan Jenny Nithyananda Ma, please scan me. So Ma Madhura will be scanning you, Ma. Ma
Yes.
Nayan Jenny. The account DD is asked, can you please do body scanning for me, please?
Yes, and Aya, I request you to put your actual name or your actual name for the power of body scanning. So we will surely do a body scanning for you. If you could just please put your actual name. Yes, and now I will be scanning Ma Nayan Jani.
As we get the real name, the original name of the DD account, I will be scanning Raj from Germany. Rajavendra.
Okay, so Ma Nayan Jani. When I scan your body, Paramashiva revealed to me that in your back there's a lot of stiffness and pressure being put on your backbone, and due to that, it is even making your daily activities like the time you spend in doing more active physical activities has reduced because of the pressure and the stiffness being created in your backbone. So I was able to see that for this, every day, if you can do some stretches and relax your backbone, like don't put so much pressure on your back. And as much as possible, whenever you're sitting, whether it's on the ground or a chair, whenever you're sitting, sit straight and whenever you remember, at least uh, 5 times in a day, chant Mahavakya for some time, like maybe 2 to 3 minutes, chant Mahavakya, and that will help heal your body, ma'am. So this is what I was able to see. And if
So,
you can get back
as
in the
I'm
comment section.
sharing, what I was able to see, what Paramashiva revealed for Raj, for Rajavendran. Ma Madhura, you can scan for Divya Devi. DD Ma has come back
Yes.
saying Divya Devi, so you can scan for her. So I was able to see, I was able to see that there is some kind of also before that for Ma Madhura scanning for Ma Nayanjani, she has come back saying you're right, Ma. So, Rajavendranaya, I was able to see that there is some kind of a reaction that your hand in particular, and which faces some reaction, kind of a reaction. You find it itching very frequently, or you find the skin slowly in your palm, the skin slowly peeling off, or something like that. And also there is some sort of pain that shoots from your back. It's like it just shoots and goes to high and just like that stops. So I was able to see it is like a poking on your back. It just shoots in your back and then all of a sudden stops in that pain. I was able to see that this also happens. I was able to see that you should practice Paschimottanasana um, as a solution for your back. And I was also able to see that you have to apply some curd mixed with haritaki on your wherever the skin is facing some reaction over that. So these are the two solutions I was able to see.
Yes. So Rajaya, you can get back in the comment section. And Ma Divya Devi, you to see there's this block in actually blockages and affecting you, but still block to be
Ma Madhura, your voice is breaking a lot. We're not able to hear you clearly. Your voice is breaking a lot. So Rajaya has gotten back saying thank you so much, Ma. Thank you for getting back, Aya. Madhavya Devi, actually, sorry for the technical glitch, Ma. She has dropped off. She will be getting back very soon. So, actually, there are many instances. If anyone else also wants scanning, you can put it in the chat. Actually, Madhavya Devi, even I was scanning for you, so I can share what I was able to see. So, I was able to see that there is frequent stomach pain, and I was able to see that it feels like something is hitting you in the stomach from the inside. It feels like something is hitting you from the inside. So I was able to see that it is not a big problem, but you just need to have more haritaki. So this is a solution I was able to see. And you also have like frequent back pains, um, especially the pain on the upper back right here. I was able to see that you have frequent pain, not just in the upper back. Most of the time it is in the upper back, but you have lower back pain and upper back pain. You have back pain in general, and the solution I was able to see is, as much as possible, do not take support of something to sit on. Sit straight. That itself will help a lot. This was the solution I was able to see. So if anyone else has any questions, or if anyone else has any request for scanning, you can put it down. And Madhavya Devi, you can get back.
Yes.
Yes, now even Ma Madhura will share whatever she was able to see. Ma, she is back.
Yes. So as I was saying, there I was able to see for Ma Divya Devi that there's a blockage in their blockages in the nasal path. It's not there is a lot of blockage, but it is not affecting right now very much. But if it is not cleaned and the blockages are not taken out within like maybe a month or 2 months, then it can become a severe breathing problem. And I was able to see
Actually,
one
Ma
solution
Madhura,
for
we were
this.
not able to hear anything that you were sharing. Before you had dropped off, we were not able to hear anything that you were sharing.
Yes, this is the only thing in the nasal part, the blockage. I had not shared anything else. So yes, so the solution which I was able to see for this was that drink lots of ginger water, and also if you can get you can get it attended to in the proper medical way. You can go to the doctor and you can uh, see what you can do to get rid of the blockages. But I was also able to see another solution is to drink lots of ginger water, hot ginger water. So you can boil ginger with water and drink that. So this is what I was able to see.
So for what Paramashiva revealed for Madhavya Devi to me, Madhavya Devi has gotten back saying true that she is having back pain. True, Ma, I have a back pain. So that is what she has said. So many more people are also asking for body scanning. Like Madhavya Devi herself is asking. And thank you very much for the scanning Rajaya has gotten back. Thank you, Aya, for getting back. So as you can see, there are more people who are asking. You can come back tomorrow again. And you can come back tomorrow
Yes.
for getting the scanning done, Ma. as we are limited in time.
Yes, and now with this, we will be coming to the conclusion of this power manifestation segment. And we will be moving on to the next segment where we will be learning more about Devi Parashakti. So we will be back after a short break. Please stay tuned. We will be back.
Thank you, Nithyanandam.
Yes, I request the other set of slides be projected. So now we will be moving on to the next segment where we will be learning about the divine feminine consciousness, which is Devi Parashakti. So the Dhyana Shloka for Devi Parashakti comes from the Lalita Sahasranam, the Dhyana Shloka of Lalita Sahasranam. I'll now be chanting. Sindhuraruna vigraham trinayana manikya mauli spurat taranayaka shekharam smitamukhi mapina vakshoruham panivyamali purna ratna chashakam raktotpalam bhibratim saumyam ratna gatastha rakta charanam dhyayet paramambikam. And the translation for this is: the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body with triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies, studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, a hand holding a jewel cup, brimming with mead, and the other twirling in red lotus. And another verse, we can go to the next slide. Another verse from the Lalita Sahasranam is Arunam Karunam Tarangatakshim Dritapashankusha Pushpabana Chapam Animadhi Viravritam Ayukaihi Rahamityeva Vibhavaye Bhavanim. And the translation for this is: I meditate upon the great empress. She is red in color. Her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the noose, the gourd, the bow, and the flowery arrows in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by the powers such as Anima forays, and she is the self within me. And Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother, and it is in her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. It is the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power, from which all of us came, in which all of us are in even now, and which all of us are going to merge into. And out of her extreme compassion, so we can go to the previous slide. Out of her extreme compassion and love, Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, gracing us, answering all our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, and delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. And in the words of Devi Parashakti herself, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Shinkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasha Swamini who is in Kailasha, Sri Parachintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi. As Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara here to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara with great compassion I am blessing. Listen, people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. And again, in the words of Devi Parashakti herself, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as source of existence, powers of existence, expressions of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Icha, Kriya, and Jnana, growing as four Vedas, expanding as five Panchabhutas, beyond six chakras, filled as Gotras of seven Rishis, expanding as eight directions, existing as nine Grahas, blossoming as 10 Indriyas, being as 11 Rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life, to tell and make truth blossom, and to do good. Parashodasi Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you. And now, let's see how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So literally at that moment you are watching, you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment when she's on your screen. So always receive her very traditionally. You can keep two betel leaves, one betel nut, one banana, and one coin in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. A coin is considered the traditional dakshina in the Hindu tradition, and it can even be it can be the lowest value. In India, it can be just a paise, and in the US, it can even be just a cent. Swamiji says, I'm not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paise is okay. And then once the darshan is over, after the darshan, and after it is offered to Devi Parashakti, you can do the namaskar and you can eat the banana, the betel leaf and the betel nut, and take it as the prasadam immediately. And the coins which you collect, you can send it to the LA temple. And this betel leaf, betel nut may look too small, but in a few days you will see how much it adds to your sentiments, that really she is there. You will not take Devi Darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognitions. It will break your unconscious behavior. And now all of you can also see how you can set up the tambulam, the one betel nut, two betel leaves, one banana, and one coin. There are also many other things kept in the plate, like a coconut, kumkum, flowers, and many other things. Whatever you would like to add, you can also keep along with the plate. But these, the coin, the betel leaves, the betel nut, and the banana are just a few basic things. So you can start off with this. You can keep it in a plate, keep it in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. And now with this, we come to the conclusion of this segment, and we will be moving on to the further segments of the Parashakti Akash readings, where we will be seeing what Devi has revealed for humanity and how it has become a reality and how Devi is giving solutions for everything to save humanity. So now with this, we will be back after a short break to continue and move on to the further segments.
Nithyananda. Welcome to all of the viewers. After that very quick break, and as you can see, we understood now the introduction to Devi Parashakti. Now let us move into the next segment of this program as we are preparing and getting ready for the Guru Poornima festival. The next segment, we will be understanding some of the guidances that Devi Parashakti has given. As well, we will be seeing the different ways that whatever Devi Parashakti has told has come true, has literally become a reality in just a matter of days or in even a few weeks. Devi Parashakti has guided the whole humanity with so many different guidances and ensure that each and every are protected by Devi Parashakti. Now, even today during the satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in the last satsang yesterday night, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had told us, warned us once again about making sure we are prepared for the third wave of coronavirus, and that this is not the time to take our guard down. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Devi Parashakti herself, has revealed this in so many different ways. Yes, we'll go on to the next slide, please. Yes, Devi Parashakti revealed on the 14th of April, 2001, Corona is destroyed, but it will take 4 years for the political conspiracies done by humans to end. I will protect my devotees, disciples, and Kailasa-vasis. No suffering will come for my devotees, but it will take 4 years for the conspiracy of Corona to end. It will come to an end only in 2025. It is a conspiracy, a human conspiracy. And you are asking about the suffering of Corona in India? Listen properly to what is said. With honesty, I am telling you the real truth. The cosmic pralaya has stopped. The Corona second wave that is happening now is a bioweapon. And what is happening now is a biowar. As Nijavatar, taking the form of Nithyananda Parashakti, I came in person to save Bharat, to save Sanatana Hindu Dharma in Bharat. Taking the form of Nithyananda when I came as Nijavatara, the people who doesn't know how to live having me with them, what I will do for them. World cannot be sacrificed for the sake of conspiracies done by some ignorant thieves who got stuck in Maya. Srishti should not have loss. Cosmos should not have destruction. To save the cosmos from Pralaya, I made a huge ship. Its name is Adi Kailasa, and Adi Kailasa is the ship that will gather all the enlightened powers of this cosmos. And save the people from the Pralaya through the tricks of traitors, rule of enemies, without any other way out. Time came for the sailor itself to leave, and that is why the sky is boiling and moving towards huge destruction. People, even if children do mistakes and ignorance by getting stuck in Maya, as it is Parashakti, Paramashakti, Parashodisi, and Manonmani, it is my responsibility to save the cosmos from destruction. I am telling some of the truth. Listen properly. Within the next few months, not only thousands or lakhs, lives will be lost in crores, and crores of lives will be lost in India. I am telling you the truth. I am telling you the good. Search for protection in your life. And we saw so many different articles preceding this revelation by Devi Parashakti about how COVID-19 is devastating people. And not only that, but literally so many millions of lives are going undercounted and unreported. Devi Parashakti revealed that within the next few months, not in thousands or lakhs, lives will be lost in crores. And we had so many different actual evidences now showing that that is true. On Saturday, officials reported nearly 350 1,000 new infections. This was one Saturday back in April. And deaths continue to rise. At one hospital in New Delhi, the capital, doctors said the 20 patients in a critical care unit had died after oxygen pressure dropped. The doctors blamed the deaths on the city's acute oxygen shortage. And here we have another article saying India posts highest death toll in pandemic so far. So here it says that India reported the coronavirus pandemic highest single daily death toll. This was back in May. But the thing is that the numbers that appear on Google, if you're Googling, or the reports for global reporting, still are not adding up to the totals that we see on the ground. The amount of deaths happening and bodies being burned in the cemeteries and the burial grounds, and the amount of bodies which are literally floating in Ganga. All of these are unaccounted lives, all of which have been literally have been stolen from them due to the inadequacies and absolute criminal negligence of certain authorities. As you can see here, these are some of the visuals of the COVID disaster in India. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism even revealed, we can go on to the next slide. All devotees and disciples, whoever listens to me, whom I don't need to convince, this is a personal message I am giving to you. Devi has very clearly revealed to me the Purattasi month, August to September, there is going to be a worse third wave of corona. And it says here, I saw in the vision dead bodies thickly floating in Ganga, not just Ganga alone. There are 4 rivers coming from Kailasa, Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra. In all these rivers, I saw dead bodies are floating. Dogs eating those dead bodies and dying because they ate corona people. And the poor people who don't have food eating those dogs, dead bodies, and these dying. I saw this whole cycle. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continued to reveal, I am not a constipated conspiracy theorist or a positive thinking bakwa. I see reality as it is and revealing to you all as it is. And after that, we saw how behind bodies found in the river bank of the river Ganga and so many other rivers, the bodies are coming in scores and unclaimed, uncounted, and unidentified. Here we see another headline here, headlines saying India's holiest river, Ganges, is swollen with COVID victims, showing how hundreds of corpses have been found floating in the river or buried in the sand of its banks. And the next wave is attacking kids more. That is what is terrorizing and frightening. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism then goes to say, I can't reveal more details. And here we have another article saying India's richest state was at the center of the second wave. Now it's preparing for a third wave. The western state of Maharashtra has so far reported more than 5.4 million cases, including over 82,000 deaths from COVID-19, and who some predict a third wave could hit India potentially between September and October. And here it says how we should not lower guards and prepare for an inevitable third wave, even though it is being anticipated that the coronavirus cases would peak in mid-June in the city. Experts have been warning against lowering the guards, as they said that a third COVID-19 wave looks inevitable by October end. Not only that, but the experts have further said that the third wave could be deadlier than the first 2 waves. Now, I request if we can show the slides on Padayatra. Yes. Yes, completing with all the viewers for that technical difficulty. Now, as you can see, here is another article from India's richest, saying that India's richest state was at the center of the COVID second wave, and now it's preparing for a third wave. The western state of Maharashtra has so far reported more than 5.4 million cases, including 82,000 deaths from COVID-19. Some predict a third wave could have hit India potentially between September and October. And again, here we're saying and emphasizing how we should not lower and prepare for an inevitable third wave. Even though it is being anticipated the coronavirus cases would peak by mid-June in the city, experts have been warning against lowering the guards, as they said in the third wave COVID-19 looks. As they said, the third wave of COVID-19 looks inevitable by October end. And not only that, but the experts have further said that the third wave could be deadlier than the first two waves. Now, why are people still, despite this evidence and despite so many people saying this, why are people still believing and removing all caution and not protecting themselves during this time? Many people, even in news articles today, are actually looking at are seeing news of so many crowded streets in India, people who are going to shopping malls, people who are going to life as if it was back to normal. But we have to know that this is not the end, and the third wave is inevitable to come. Here we have another article where it says Maharashtra preps for the third wave as COVID hits 8,000 children in one district. And it also says in the subline, Maharashtra government sources said they expect a possible third wave could hit at the end of July or early August. With more than 8,000 children catching the coronavirus in the month of May in Maharashtra's Ahmednagar, the state has started taking extra steps to minimize the impact of possible third wave of COVID-19 that may affect children more. In Maharashtra's Sangli city, a COVID-19 ward is being prepared, especially for children. And currently 5 children are being treated here, and facility is being prepared for more patients. And again, another article from Times Now News, the third wave of corona to impact children. Over 9,000 children test positive in Maharashtra. With the fears of the second wave of COVID-19 still lingering, of course, this was quite a while back, this article, the experts have suggested that the third wave will severely impact children. If the virus changes its course of nature, the children will be largely impacted. And reports suggest that the virus has already impacted children across the country in the second wave. So each and every one of us needs to understand the importance here. Now, I request if we can go on to the next set of slides, the Padayatra slide, and understand how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has actually helped and was trying to help prevent such immense amount of destruction to happen. Yes, I request if you can show the Padayatra slide. Now we'll be understanding how with the very advent of the avatar, he has been working towards making the entire world literally preventing this very destruction that is happening. And if he was allowed to do the amount of work that he wanted and he was working toward passionately and dedicatedly for the superconscious breakthrough of humanity, then we would not be able, we would be able to see the change today, at least in ensuring that Hindus are alive. In fact, yes, you can see now the unique contribution to the spiritual consciousness from the Vedic tradition. Yes, we can go on to the next slide. Okay. Hinduism has at least 10,000 sampradayas or subsects. If all these sampradayas are lost for some reason and only there's one, the Devi worship remains, the whole thing can be brought back because the whole thing is centered on this one. Yes, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continues to say that the sacred feminine worship is a hologram of the Vedic tradition. There is no enlightened being on the planet Earth without worshipping the sacred feminine, including me. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism describes, I am basically a Shakta. I myself followed Devi worship. From the beginning, if you see my biography and all the deities I carved, the darshan I had, all are mother-based or Devi Parashakti-based. And Sri Ramakrishna, great avatar who lived in 1836 even, 1836 to 1886, he says, Shiva is Brahman, but Devi has the key to reach Brahman. Unless she opens, nobody can reach him. Very beautifully, he describes the house scene. He says, even though the husband is the owner, the key to that house will only be on the hip of the mother. Either you have to fall at the feet of the mother or these small sons of the mother. Only they can touch that place, the hip of the mother, and remove the key. Nobody else can touch. So either surrender to the mother or people who are closer to the mother to reach. And here in this program, we're understanding how divine cosmic beings are real and they manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnation. In Madurai, Paramashiva as Bhagavan Somasundareshwara and Devi Parashakti came down from Kailasa and established the greatest enlightenment ecosystem. In Madurai, Bhagavan Sundareshwara graced the people of Madurai and various miracles, and he stays in the frequency where he immediately assumes the human body and relates with you, answers you, responds to you, and raises you. The whole Shivalilarnava in Madurai beautifully Paramashiva reveals in every time when he assumes the form to manifest certain power and grace the devotee. He exemplifies the expression of certain sacred secrets that humanity can benefit from. And Dhananjayan, a merchant living in Manavur, the great city of Kulashekara, Pandyan, king of Madurai, one day worshipped Lord Chokkalingam Paramashiva in the form of the linga and the dome-shaped deity of the Shiva in Kadambavanam in Madurai. As he was worshipping, he had a vision of the Devas too, and worshipping Paramashiva there. He spoke to the vision of the Pandyan king, who started brooding over it. And that night, Lord Somasundareshwara appeared in the king's dream as a Siddha, self-realized mystic, and advised him to convert the forest of Kadambavanam into a city. The king immediately gathered the best experts to construct a marvelous temple. And as you can see, this is the temple here. And while the king performed the Shanti ceremony, the ritual performed to remove obstacles before a launch of a new venture, Lord Sundareshwara allowed the nectar, the manna from the crescent moon on his head, to mingle with the sacred Ganga water in his crest and flow on, because it was so sweet. The place required the name Madurai. Before he died, King Kulashekara Pandyan crowned his son Malayadwaja Pandyan as his successor. And Paramashiva tested the strength and will persistence of the devotees. Paramashiva tests only the tyaga of the real devotees. Before you connect a house or a gadget with electricity, you check the capacity with the wire to see if a medium is capable of transmitting the huge electricity, else it will get burnt. So before Paramashiva transmits power, he tests your capacity of tyaga, because only then you will be able to receive it. The core principles of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, tyaga, vairagya, and shakti, are demonstrated by the 63 Nayanmars of Shaivism. And Paramashiva came down and raised the lives of Nayanmars and liberated them from living enlightenment. And yes, and we also have the story of Nandanar. Now, Nandanar belonged to the Adhanur in Chola Kingdom, and presently the Adhanur is located in Tanjavur in the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. He was born in the Pulaya caste, who was regarded as untouchable. They were agricultural laborers and singers, and he was the embodiment of humility and devotion. Paramashiva was his sole refuge, and he would often visit the holy places of pilgrimage and supply leather drums and such other musical instruments for the temples. And when Nandanar went to the temples, he would stand outside Paramashiva's temple and sing the praises of Paramashiva and dance. However, he harbored a strong urge to pay his respects to Paramashiva at the Shivalokanatha temple in Tirupankur. He went to Tirupankur and stood in front of the temple. And when, yes, we can go on to the next slide. He was grieved because Nandi, which was always right in front of Paramashiva's, was hiding Paramashiva himself. And Nandanar prayed to Paramashiva to get a glimpse of the deity. Paramashiva was highly pleased with his devotion and asked Nandi to move a little so that Nandanar can have his darshan. Even today at Tirupankur, Nandi is actually leaning to one side, and Nandanar had a delightful darshan of the Lord. Nandanar cleaned up the surroundings of the temple and dug a pond, which served as the temple sink. In honor of Paramashiva, he circumambulated the shrine and returned to Adhanur. Nandanar visited many temples of Paramashiva and served the god. Once he longed to visit the Thillai Nataraja temple of Chidambaram, which enshrines the Paramashiva as Nataraja, the Lord of Dance. And he used to say every day that he will go the next day to Chidambaram, but never actually dared to step in the holy town. Thus he came, and he knew as the Tirunallai power over, meaning he will go tomorrow. Finally, Nandanar reached the boundary of Chidambaram, but he feared to set foot in the town. He saw the smoke of fire sacrifices and heard the chants of Vedic scriptures, thinking about how he can see Nataraja's dancing icon. The Nayanar circumambulated the town numerous times and finally succumbed to fatigue and slept. And Paramashiva then appeared in his dream and told Nandanar to enter the temple through a holy fire. The god also informed the Brahmin priests of Chidambaram to prepare a fire. Next day, the Brahmins approached Nandanar as per the divine order. Nandanar went around the fire, and with his name on his lips, his mind fixed on the lotus feet of Paramashiva, he jumped into the fire. and he emerged from the fire with a new holy body with sacred ashes smeared all over, and the holy thread and matted lock. He then was taken inside the temple, and in the Kanaka Sabha, he worshipped Paramashiva. He went into divine ecstasy and was completely absorbed in the dance of Paramashiva. A dazzling light was seen in the room, and Nandanar had disappeared. He had become one with Lord Nataraja. Yes, I request if you can project the slides on the Padayatra. And while we can understand a little bit more about the upcoming program in just a few minutes. We will be starting to get ready for the program of the day. I'm sure every single one of you are excited, are waiting for this program, and are trying to get prepared in any way all over the world for the Guru Poornima celebration. Many of us, I'm sure, had gotten up early in the morning and started the Guru Puja. For many of us, perhaps even starting the rituals, getting ready, and tuning into the live program now as we are getting ready. And we just have a few hours until the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where we will be having the live darshan and we'll be able to offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. And this is the day that is the very most auspicious time to offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Now we can stop the share for now. Yes. So this is the very time that I'm sure each and every one of you are eagerly awaiting the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Guru Poornima is the time when each and every one of us are able to connect with the Guru. And not only that, all of the grahas, the planetary energies, everyone is supporting you to connect to the Guru. And it is such a beautiful time. It's this time that you should understand and see that everything that is happening outside of you is just in order to connect you to the Guru. Everything. You should see each and every person as a role in connecting you with the Guru. Every single person is pushing you towards and trying to make you relate with Guru and trying to connect to Guru with the utmost powerful cognitions and experience oneness with the avatar, with the Guru, and ultimately oneness with Paramashiva himself. In Kailasas around the world, we are celebrating Guru Poornima today, and this is the time that we are going to be able to offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and join in the celebration. Yes, so now we can ensure that we are waiting for the divine presence of the avatar. And in the meantime, let's understand a few of the beautiful ways that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has manifested and guided the entire humanity for the last 43 years after his advent on planet Earth. Today, humanity is still undergoing the after effects of the cosmic deluge, the pralaya, and thousands of deaths due to the global pandemic and emerging fungal epidemic, along with the record numbers of natural disasters, have taken a huge toll on humanity's collective psyche, leading to increase in poverty, malnutrition, depression, and mental health issues. And here are just some of the shocking numbers. The total number of deaths is 3.8 million worldwide. The total confirmed cases is 175.9 million. And the worst affected countries are US, India, and Brazil. But of course, even here, there's so much of underreporting gone. It's almost impossible to understand and know what exactly is happening. The next slide, please. The number of COVID cases is 29 million worldwide. Sorry, this is just in India. And this is as of just a few weeks back. The numbers now are shockingly more than this. And as of a few weeks back, the numbers were at 29 million COVID cases, 374,000 deaths, and 75 million people who have fallen into poverty. And because of this, India is suffering because of it is the sixth most depressed country in the whole world. 6.5% of population suffering from some form of mental illness. Also, the suicide rate of 10.9% for every 1 lakh people. Suicide is one of the biggest causes of death in the age group 15 to 24. And the average suicide rate in India is 10.9 for every 1 lakh people. And here we're seeing some of the natural disasters that are also happening, shaking every single person with fear of what is in store in the future. Now, let us understand how we could have prevented this. Let's just watch a brief video what Devi Parashakti revealed as the solution.
தெரிந்துகொள் சொல்வதைப் புரிந்துகொள் இந்த பெருநரகமான கிருமி போஜனம் இந்தியாவிற்குள் வரக்கூடாது என்பதற்காக 2020 பாரதம் முழுவதும் 12 ஜோதிர்லிங்கமும் பாத யாத்திரை செய்திடவே என் மகன் மூலமாய் திட்டமிட்டிருந்தேன். படுபாவிகள் ஓடத்தின் மாலுமியை ஊர்விட்டு துரத்தினார்கள். என்ன நடக்கிறதென்று பார். முறையாக கைலாய நாட்டின் தலைவனாக நிறை மரியாதையொடு நல் மதிப்பொடு என் நிஜாவதாரம் நித்யானந்தன் திருவடி மீண்டும் பாரதத்தில் பட்டு பாத யாத்திரை செய்த பிறகு மட்டுமே நீ அங்கு செல்ல வேண்டும். அதுவரை உன்னை காத்து செல்லாதே. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
Yes, we can go on to the next slide. Yes, we can go on to the next slide, ma'am. Going on to the next slide. Yes. So here is the translation saying, for this huge, can we go back to that? Yes, the translation here says, Devi Parashakti says, For this huge Girmi Bhojanam held not to come to India in 2020 itself, I had planned to do Padayatra throughout India and the 12 Jyotirlingas through my son Swamiji. They chased the captain of the ship out of the country and see what is going to happen. Yes, now we can watch this brief video.
Want to do 1 year Padayatra specially for this purpose in 2020. 2020, planning for a full year, I'm going to walk from Rameshwaram to Amarnath. 1 year with 10,000 people, just walking all over India to spend time with people. 2020, there will not be any program other than Padayatra and just spending time with people. Just walking. Of course, 10,000 people will be walking with me. Maybe 200 vehicles to carry our food and all the other items, transportation. Enjoying the river banks, forests, and time with nature. 10,000 people manifesting powers, walking from village to village. What do you think will happen? The scene of Buddhism spreading will be repeated now. How the Buddhism spread. 10,000 monks walking from village to village. What will happen? That's only monks. Here power manifesting 10,000 people. The whole village will be manifesting powers. Just want to enjoy India and let India enjoy me. So planning for next year Kumbh Mela 2019, next year. Before that, all the Balalayam, everything. Balalayam is going to be like the same structure outside with one stone tower, gold coated. It will be something like a 40 to 50 feet tall stone tower and 5 Rajagopurams, which will be something like this will be the Balalayam. And after the Moolalaya is built, this Balalayam will serve as a Utsava Murti Sannidhi, where the Utsava Murtis will be worshipped and where the Archanas. See, in the main temple, there will not be any Archana or anything, because just for darshan itself, there will not be time. Like Tirupati, you can only have darshan and Arti, the camp for Arti. No other worship is allowed in the main temple. Because 12 Abhishekam is going to happen, 12 Kala Abhishekams. So continuously the rituals will be going on. People can have only darshan. They will not be able to involve themselves in any ritual. Other than darshan, nothing else will be allowed. So all the archana, all the other offerings, like people will offer the archanas and other, everything will be done to the Utsava Murti, which will be kept in the Balalayam, the present Balalayam, present structure. So people can spend time here. That will be more like a main darshan. This will be like energy darshan, where you can give letter, get response. So by next year, the Balalayam will be ready. So 2019 full year, I will be conducting the programs and everything. 2020 will be the one full year Padayatra, walking. From next year Jayanti, means 2019's Jayanti to 2020's Jayanti, full year. Jayanti to Jayanti will be Padayatra. Before that, we will make 10,000 people power manifestors. It will be sannyasi, brahmachari, grihastha, all put together. 10,000 people will be walking. What a scene it will be. I think that is the only way the revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma can be done. I need to get into the ground where people can see me, where they are living. I can't be waiting for people to come where I am living. Now I am sitting in one place to prepare these 10,000 people. and make the science completely user friendly. For that only I am sitting and working. So I have given 2 years for me now, 2018 and 2019. So 2020, before that 10,000 people will be ready to walk with me, manifesting powers. We will literally solve every person's problem in every village. The way we are walking, the path, route we are taking, physical healing or mental healing, or it's a too big visualization. How will you visualize? What will happen if 10,000 power manifestors enter into a village and ask people, tell me your problem now, come on, let's sort it out. Understand, 1200 years before in Tiruvannamalai temple carvings, how the baby will be in the womb in second month, third month, all that is detailed way carved, it is there. Which scanning machine was there in those days other than the third eye? Very detailed carvings are there. Even Srirangam temple, the whole carving is there. Srirangam temple gives a week by week the whole picture of male baby and female baby. Any of you have seen that? Srirangam Rangaraja Mandapam, it very clearly portrays. There will be one Rangaranga Gopuram. In that next to Rangaranga Gopuram, there is a Rangaraja Mandapam. We have already collected some chunk of 80-90 to be displayed in this Balalayam. Work is going on all of that. We are also going to tell you the science of temple building story as per Agama and as per practical village level, ground level, all that. In those days, 2000 years before, when this Cambodia and all these civilizations were flourishing, two communities from India moved. One is agriculture community, another one is business community. These two community only traveled and installed civilization. Of course, kings went, that is different. But the common civilian, these two community only went. So Nagarattar and Saivavelalar. Saivavelalar agriculture community, Nagarattar business community. So wherever, see, when they go in the ship, the Saivavelars, they will carry that veil for their protection. Once, if they reach the other side safely, they will just put the veil and start a temple. That is why all the temple outside the India, started by Saivavelars, there will be only veil as a Pradhana Murti. Pattumalai Murugan Goil, Tannimalai Murugan Goil, Gedaram Murugan Goil, Nallur Murugan Govil, Sannidhyan Sannidhi Murugan Goil, all these temple. The main deity will be only veil. It will not be deity. Because they cannot carry that heavy deity in the ship. It will only be the veil. And all the temples started by Nagarattar will be Kavadi. Because they will carry everything in the form of Kavadi. So the moment they reach the other shore, they will worship the Kavadi and the screen cloth covered by Kavadi. Kadirgaman, Darachila, Murugan. All the major temples started by Nagarattar. The Kavadi and the screen only will be the deity. All the temples started by Saivavelalar, only the veil will be the deity. So this is the way the temple started. This temple planting and temple spreading. We are going to tell you all this history also as like a exhibition when you come next time to see our temple. There's a lot of juicy information on history of temple building. That's going to be one of my big contribution also, this temple building science. I'll be known for common mass for my Gurukul and temple. Common mass will never understand all this Vidyapadam and life is continuous rhythm, Sami Unnada, all that. They will remember me only as the Gurukul kids do all magic. That magic Gurukul and big temples. The Swamiji who builds big temples. That's why they will remember. பக்தன் சோழனும் பையன் பாண்டியனுமே இதை பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கானுங்கன்னா நாம என்ன வேலை பண்ணி ஆகணும்? இல்ல நாமே வந்து போனோம்னு மறந்துடுவானுங்க மனுஷ பசங்க. All these are paribhasha. Paribhasha means, these horse brokers will have their own language. Pari means horse. Paribhasha means horse brokers all over the world, any country, the horse brokers will have their own language to do the negotiation. That is why that word paribhasha got evolved. Even now in Indian villages, these cow brokers and they will have their own language. You can't understand. You will be standing there right in front of you, they will finish the negotiation, and which you can't understand.
Nithyananda, welcome back to all of the viewers after that video that we saw, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism literally described to us the vision that he had to do Padayatra and save the entire humanity during this time. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made himself available yet again for the whole of humanity on this auspicious day of Guru Poornima. We are celebrating across the world in de facto spiritual embassies, Kailasas, across the world in different time zones, at different times in different countries. Many people who do not even know English, but out of their deep devotion to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, they would like to offer and celebrate Guru on this very auspicious day. I welcome all of you who are joining with us across the world, who are joining from all the different Kailasas across the world, Los Angeles to Ohio, from UK to Dubai, and of course, all the different centers that we have in India. I welcome each and every one of you as we are celebrating each and every one of us for this Guru Poornima occasion, on this most auspicious occasion for Guru Poornima. Perhaps some of you are joining for the first time. I welcome each and every one of you. And if you are joining us from wherever you are, maybe your own home, then please take a few minutes to like and subscribe in all of the different social media platforms that we are available in, that Kailasa is present in. That is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and many other social media platforms. And you can ensure that you are always connected and getting notifications from Kailasa on different events, especially as we will be having continuous events for the next 2 days. A packed schedule of different festivities and so much ongoing here with each and every one of you celebrating. I'm so excited to be able to begin this beautiful day, welcoming each and every one of you, and be here to see each and every one of you who are joined in two-way video conferencing as well, and be able to interact with anyone. I would welcome each and every one to comment down below where you're coming from, where you're joining from, and what is your plan for the Guru Poornima Brahmotsavam, for Guru Poornima celebrations today. It's going to be an amazing day. We have a fully packed schedule. In just a half an hour, we will be cutting over to the Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham, as well as all of the different temples across the world who are going to be welcoming the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on this auspicious day of Guru Poornima. The traditional welcoming we do for our Guru is with the Purna Kumbha, where we welcome him into the temple, we welcome him into our sacred inner space, and then we offer our respect. And then after we welcome him, we give him the asanam, and after that we then seat him inside of our sacred inner space and begin what is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. And that is the first event of today. The Pratyaksha Pada Puja is the ritualistic seva, the offering at the divine lotus feet of the incarnation of Paramashiva, the Jagat Guru, and our beloved Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where we will simply be offering all the different karmas that we have, all the different baggage, the pains, everything that we might have, and offer that at the feet of our Guru. And we offer each and every sacred offering in this offering with beautiful sacred sentiments, and offering our deep devotion and prayers at the feet, the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Whether it is in the Manasa Puja, where we are literally chanting the most beautiful sacred sentiments that are possible to have, or in the Upachara Puja, where we're actually offering the various naivedyams and the different beautiful, delectable sweets, as well as all of the most sacred offerings that is considered sacred in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. We'll also be then offering from all the Nithyananda Annalayas across the world around 1,008 naivedyams in every single offering will be offered, and we will be offering so many different releases, gifts for each and every one of you, from Kailasa to all of you to enjoy, and including what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself announced as a gift for each and every one of us to experience ultimate oneness with Paramashiva. And also, we are also going to be offering the different cultures, the different darbars, and as well we will be offering the we'll be offering even many different rituals today from the temple, from the Nithyananda Paramashiva Devalayam in Adi Kailas Sarvagnapeetam. And you'll also be shortly, you will be seeing all of the different temples who are going to be joining with us and celebrating along with the Adi Kailas Sarvagnapeetam, the main temple in Vidadi. And we'll be celebrating across the world for this auspicious Guru Poornima day. Now, what is the significance of Guru Poornima? Guru Poornima is the very day where all of the different energies, the planetary energies, they are aligning us towards Guru. And who is Guru in our lives? Every single incarnation of Paramashiva, everyone who is there always remembers Guru as the most important figure in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. In fact, Guru is even worshipped greater than God, and he is placed in a higher position more than God, because without the Guru, we will never be able to experience God. He is literally the doorway and even the one who has the key to the door to Paramashiva. It is often said in Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he's even said many times, if God shows up at your doorstep right now, you will not even realize it. And you might ask, can you show me your identification card? That is the precise reason why we need Guru in our lives. We need to be able to recognize God. We need to be able to see God. And the relationship that we have with the Guru is the most important, because it is the most closest thing we have to experiencing God within us. And that is the reason why it is so coveted, so much worshipped. The entire festival is dedicated to Guru himself and only to Guru. Guru is such an important aspect of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And if not the Guru Parampara, which has taken us generation to generation, we would not even be enjoying what we are enjoying today in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. As Hindus, especially as NRIs, if we're living across the world, a part of the global Hindu diaspora, we would not be enjoying the beautiful, stable family that we have, or the rich culture that we have, or even the academic stability and academic success that we have, or even the career success, if not for the sacrifice of the gurus of our society, our culture, and our civilization. If it was not for the great Guru Parampara, which has literally passed on the culture of Hinduism, we would not even be able to enjoy Hinduism today. And we have to be very clear that whatever we enjoy from Sanatana Hindu Dharma today, it is because of the Guru Parampara. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, if not for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reviving Sanatana Hindu Dharma today, taking on the responsibility as Jagat Guru, the Guru for the entire universe, today we would not even have one hope, or even a trace of hope for the future of Sanatana Hindu Dharma to survive. And even if we would think of it, if we dream of it, the revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And each and every one of you can take a few minutes today and deeply contemplate the role of Guru in your life. And perhaps if you are anything want to align to the Guru, take a few minutes and see what you'd like to manifest in your life in regards to your relationship with the Guru. Now, even Sri Satya Sai Baba, being one of the great incarnations of Paramashiva, upon his realization of his incarnationhood, he sung the very lines Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam. And even Adi Shankaracharya had actually written and composed the most beautiful Guru Paduka Stotam, where he sings Ananta Samsara Samsaradhara Naukayitabhyam Sri Guru Bhakti Kavyam, meaning that the Guru Bhakti is the boat which helps us transcend through all the different samsaras, the endless ocean of samsaras, and finally land at the Guru's feet. It is such a beautiful verse which Adi Shankaracharya composed out of his deep devotion, ultimate devotion. It's such a beautiful verse that we can, each and every one of us, if you think about it, we can personally relate to. Of course, every one of us understands right now, especially the endless, seemingly endless ocean of samsara that we might be simply riding in a boat, and right now, even in a storm. But it is the Guru Bhakti which helps us navigate at this time, even in these extremely tense and dark times. It is the Guru Paduka itself which when we surrender to, helps us, clears all of our ignorance, removes all the darkness, and guides us into the light. Adi Shankaracharya wrote these very beautiful verses, and it is so important that he himself, who is revered and worshipped as the Shanmata Stapaka, meaning the one who has united all the 6 mathas, all the 6 traditions of Hinduism, he is the one who has literally united and revived Hinduism as we know it today. And even he is bowing down, singing the praises of Guru in his life. It is such an important day that we are celebrating today. And I'm sure each and every one of you are tuning in right now. It's always so beautiful to see all of the different Kailashians who are joining us. And in just a few minutes, we'll be able to see all across the world so many different Kailashians who join us and who will be offering and welcoming the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in their respective temples, devalayas and annalayas, and offering the various different offerings that we have today. Once again, our schedule is entirely packed, and it's going to be an extremely exciting events after events, back-to-back schedule today, including the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, the message for Guru Poornima by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, various releases that we are having from Kailasa, and Darbar and rituals and culturals, as well as so many different elaborate rituals that will be offered at the Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetham, including the 1008 Nithyananda Homa, which is going to be 1008 homas, which are done at the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and offering our gratitude for having incarnated and happened in our life as Guru. And not only that, we will be moving on into today's schedule with also the Maheshwara Puja, as well as the Sannyas initiation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself will be blessing and initiating new members of the Sannyas order. It's an extremely exciting event that is happening today, and we will be able to witness more and more people transforming their lives, taking up the brave and best decisions to take up the lifestyle of sannyas in their lives. So all this is what you can stay tuned for today, and you can ensure that you are tuning into and make sure that you have Nithyananda TV and Kailasa TV playing all day today, because we will be having continuous events. Make sure that it's on your laptop, on your TV. We will be having continuous events, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself will be gracing and guiding us. Let us all celebrate together this time in our lives, this beautiful time when we get to celebrate the presence of Guru in our lives, the very presence of the very Jagat Guru, the Guru of the whole cosmos, who is incarnated in the physical form on planet Earth today. It's going to be such an exciting day filled with events and with a packed schedule. So make sure that you tune in. And I also invite each and every one of the viewers, if you are joining in from different places across the world, I'd love to see your comments, see where from you are joining in. You can comment in the comment section and on any of the any of the social media platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, in Twitter. You can comment down below and we can see your comments on how and where you are joining in from and what you are celebrating today. And of course, you can always share about your experience and your gratitude to the Guru today. Let's spend a few minutes and take time to extremely appreciate and pay gratitude to our Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, for having literally manifested on planet Earth for each and every one of us and continuously manifested the revival of Kailasa. And not only that, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has undergone continuous attacks and yet still withstood and ensured that we will never be able to miss his presence in our lives. And he will always be there in our lives, whether it is through the digital platforms or through the devalayas and the devalayas, and through the temple and the temple worship, or through the beautiful community. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has ensured that no matter what, his grace and blessings will always be there, and he'll take care of absolutely every worry that we have, every fear that we have. And if there is anything inside of us, he'll absolutely heal it and protect us, even in these times of the worst happenings. And, as many of us are going through some of the worst happenings as well. I know many of us have even lost loved ones, have seen so many people being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And for each and every one, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has done literally so much in order to help and heal. And that is ultimately what even the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had told and revealed to each and every one of us today. How he had literally been, he had literally, whatever it is, he will ensure that he is available. He says he is flow like Ganga. Such a beautiful, powerful cognition which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave. And ultimately, we have to realize how much the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has done in order for each and every one of us to experience the ultimate oneness with Paramashiva. And the truth is that without the Guru Parampara, the ancient lineage of gurus, from guru to disciple and guru to disciple, without that Guru Parampara today, we would not at all even be alive. In fact, if it was not for the great Paramahamsas who have descended on planet Earth, the Guru Parampara, who has literally started from Paramashiva to Parashakti, and then to Venkateshwara, then all the different gurus that have happened in the whole history of Hinduism. If not for them today, the whole planet Earth itself would be maybe 7 times destroyed. In fact, the amount of nuclear weapons itself is enough to destroy the whole planet Earth 7 times around. Why this is important is because continuously the gurus that have stood and brought humanity forward to the next superconscious breakthrough, like Swami Vivekananda and Paramahamsa Yogananda, and of course, before that, even Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Sri Aurobindo in recent days, and Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. And after that, so many different gurus who are great incarnations of Paramashiva, who protected the whole world and brought forth the ideas, the great powerful cognitions of Sanatana Hindu Dharma to the world, and ensured that the world would be protected from any evil forces that are trying to literally infest and inhabited the world and cause more and more suffering and destruction. If we even see during the time of Swami Vivekananda, as he was the first, one of the earliest gurus and most famous gurus and strong incarnations of Paramashiva, who had set forth and set foot in the United States for the first time. It was him who had literally brought forth the ideas of peace, have brought forth spirituality, and brought breakthroughs in so many different areas of the modern world in the making. Even there's evidence of Nikola Tesla and so many different people who had collaborated and been initiated by Swami Vivekananda and had thus literally sparked the happening of the new age and how we are experiencing the world, the best things of the world today. In this way, the Guru Parampara has literally protected the world time and time again after every single incarnation has happened. And that is even what Bhagavan Krishna promises, that after every single time, that when the world needs, he will come down and he will ensure that he comes back for each and every one of us, that he restores the whole world and the good in the world. Just like that, today the incarnation of Paramashiva has landed on planet Earth. And each and every one of us today have the blessing to be in his presence. Now, just even if you are watching on your phone, maybe you are commuting, or maybe you are sitting at home and you're casually watching, still understand that the embodiment of the pure consciousness has manifested on planet Earth right now. And literally, you will see and have the darshan of Paramashiva today. And many of us will be offering the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. And once again, in this next, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, we'll be offering the ritualistic sevas at the divine feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. No matter where you are, you can still participate, witness, and enjoy the celebrations that are happening in Kailasas across the world, and us joining together in this time. Today, all of us together can celebrate the happening of the avatar as Guru in our lives. And let us offer our deepest prayers at the feet of the Guru to achieve ultimate oneness with him and remove all the darkness, the ignorance that might be holding us at this time. Just with this offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, so much can be relieved from our system, so much of baggage and burden that we might feel. So I'm sure that all of you are getting ready for the Pratyaksha Pada Puja right now. In just a few minutes, we will be beginning with the darshan of the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva and Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti, as well as Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Swayambhu Linga from Adi Kailasa Sarvagnya Peetham. And we will be inviting the presence of the incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And so many temples across the world, from Nithyanandeshwara Hindu Temple in Los Angeles, Nithyanandeshwara Hindu Temple in Seattle, Washington, in San Jose, in Ohio, in St. Louis, in all the different states in the United States, as well as, of course, in the United Kingdom, in Dubai, in China, so many different cities will be joining us, and you will be able to see all the different cities, everyone who is offering and welcoming the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. You'll be able to see literally everywhere how we are excited to be able to offer on this occasion. and you'll be able to see all the different temples, even in India, all the different temples, um, as well as in the United States, as well as the countries across the world, for this extremely auspicious occasion. We're just a few minutes away from being able to witness this, and we'll be able to have the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in just a few minutes, and we'll be witnessing the rituals and sevas offered by the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya from Adikailasa Nithyananda Peetam in Bidadi, Bengaluru, and also across the world in so many different Kailasas. If you do not know, there's more than 2,500 satsang centers across the world, which are now celebrating Guru Poornima with us, and we are now each and every one of us just getting prepared, eagerly awaiting, just a few minutes away from Poornima celebration. And we will be celebrating across the world. So many people have already joined in the two-way video conferencing, and we're able to see all of the different temples. And just in a few minutes, you'll be able to also see how many people across the world are celebrating the divine presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and offering our utmost gratitude at his divine lotus feet. Today is all about offering our gratitude to the Guru. And ultimately, it always feels like I have nothing that I can offer myself, but if it pleases, I'll offer and surrender at your feet. Now, the Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has literally done everything. And until now, so much has happened, and so much the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has enabled in order for each and every one of us to enjoy this celebration across the world today. Whether it is establishing these kailasas across the world, establishing these beautiful rituals, and reviving the science of rituals, or reviving the science of living enlightenment, everything the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has already done. Today, let us at least today offer our gratitude at the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now we're just a few minutes away. I invite each and every one of you to comment down below, join in the celebrations, no matter where you are from. I'm sure that even if you are not joining in from different kailasas across the world, perhaps you're joining in alone somewhere, or you love to watch and you're tuning in for the first time. Welcome, and welcome to this eternal celebration here at Kailasa. And today, of course, is the most auspicious day to join. I invite each and every one of you to also share in all of the different social media platforms and share with everyone these celebrations happening with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and in Kailasa. So you'll be able to, just a few minutes, to be able to, we'll be able to have the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And each and every one of us will be able to begin this celebration in Kailasa. It's going to be such a beautiful event. Let's get prepared, get ready. I'm sure all over the world, I'm seeing so many people who are getting ready, wearing their best, and also decorating the whole temple, lighting the deepas, decorating and ensuring that it is prepared for the divine presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. It's at this time that at temples across the world, we're drawing the golu in front of the temples, we are lighting the deepas, we're getting ready for the puja, and we're eagerly awaiting in our inner space the most delicious presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So in just a few minutes, we'll be able to have the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and we'll now be witnessing the ritualistic event taking place in Adi Kailasa, Nithyananda Peetam. We'll be right back with you and start the celebration for today.
What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Peethas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you Dharma protects you, you will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together. We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships. Giving you
कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन त्यागेनैके अमृतत्वमानशुः परेण नाकं निहितं गुहाय विभ्राजते तयतयो विशन्ति वेदान्तविज्ञानसुनिश्चितार्थाः संन्यासयोग यतयः शुद्धसत्त्वा ते ब्रह्मलोके तु परान्तकाले परामृता परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे दह्रं विपापं परमेष्मभूतं यत्पुण्डरीकं पुरमध्यसद्गुस्तं तत्रापि दह्रं गगनं विशोकस्तस्मिन् यदन्तस्तदुपासितव्यं यो वेदादौ स्वरः प्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रकृतिलीनस्य यः परस्य महेश्वरः ॐ आनन्दो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् आनन्दाध्येव खल्विवाणि भूतानि जायन्ते आनन्देन जातानि जीवन्ति आनन्दं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति सैषा भार्गवी वारुणी विद्या परमे व्योमन् प्रतिष्ठिता य एवं वेद प्रतिष्ठति अन्नवानन्नादो भवति महान् भवति प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसेन महान् कीर्त्या ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आन शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनाम् अविद्रवतु सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ श्रीकान्तो मातुलो यस्य जननी सर्वमङ्गला करो देवः सम्बन्धे कुञ्जराननं यः शिवो नाम रूपाभ्यां त्रयोस्म्यं स्मरणात् पुंसां सर्वतो जयमङ्गलं सर्वतो जयमङ्गलम् ॐ गन्धद्वारां दुरादर्शां नित्यपुष्टां गरीषिणीम् ईश्वरीगुं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपह्वये सृजं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीम् आपसृजन्तु स्निग्धानि तिक्लीतवसमे गृहे निज देवीं मातरगुं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आद्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीं मनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्योश्वान् विन्देयं पुरुषानहम् ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमञ्जव उतोतैषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः यात इषुः शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवा शरव्या यातवतया नो रुद्रवृडया या ते रुद्रशिवा तनु रघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवासन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात् न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भाति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य वासा सर्वमिदं विभाति श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। सर्वोपचारार्थे कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि बृहत्सामक्षत्रभृद्बुद्धभृष्ट्यं त्रिष्टुबौधशुभिदमुग्रवीरम् इन्द्रसोमेन पञ्चदशेन मध्यमितं वातेन सकरेण रक्षां धारयामि। न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भाति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात् हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात् ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवोम्। श्री आदिगुरुदक्षिणामूर्तये नमो नमः। कल्पवृक्षाय नमो नमः। कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि। ॐ प्रातर्निं प्रातरिन्द्रगुं हवामहे प्रातर्मित्रावरुणा प्रातरश्विना प्रातर्भगं पोषणं ब्रह्मणस्पतिं प्रातः सोममुत रुद्रगुं हुवेम आध्रश्चित्यं मन्यमानस्तुरश्चिद्राजाच्चित्यं भगं भक्षीत्या भगप्रणेतर्भग सत्यराधो भगेमा धियमुद वददन्नः भगप्रणोदनयगोभिरश्वैर्भगप्रणृभृन्नृबन्तस्याम उतेदानीं भगवन्तस्यामोदप्रपित्वमुदमध्ये अह्नाम् उतोदिता मघवन् सूर्यस्य वयं देवानागुं सुमतोऽस्याम भग एव भगवागुम् अस्तु देवास्तेन वयं भगवन्तस्याम तन्त्वा भगः सर्व इज्जो हवीमि स नो भगपुर एता भवेह समध्वरा योषसो नमन्तदधिक्रावे वसुतये पदाय अर्वाचीनं वसुविदं भगन्नो रथमिवाश्वावाजिन आवहन्तु अश्वामतीर्गोमतीर्न उषासो वीरवतीर्सदमुच्छन्तु भद्राः घृतं दुहाना विश्वतप्रवीणा योऽयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः यो माग्ने भागिनगुं सन्तमथा भागं चिकीर्षति अभागमग्ने तं कुरु मामग्ने भागिनं कुरु भाग्यदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः
हदरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं हदरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं नित्याधिपते नित्यं
Nithyanandam. Check, 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 check. Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam. Let us now prepare ourselves to receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. On this auspicious day of Guru Poornima, please be seated with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Intensely chant the Mahavakya.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.